Hello everyone, my name is Nick, and welcome back to another review for a retro video game. Today we are going to be looking at Tetris for the NES. Tetris still stands as the crown king of all puzzle games, like Bejeweled, Candy Crush, and Puyo Puyo, as long as many other ones that I don't have enough time to mention in this video because I'm lazy. So, for any of you that do not know how Tetris works, Tetris involves by stacking these little colored blocks we all know very well on top of each other. The goal is to use these blocks of different shapes to fill up one row. One row will give you points. The goal is to fill up as many rows and get rid of them as possible, and to keep from the Tetris blocks reaching the top of the screen. Now, a little history lesson. Tetris was first created by Alexei Pahitnov, who was working in the USSR under the Science Department testing on AI. But Tetris didn't really hit its popularity initially. It became popular in Europe, and it continued to keep its popularity, in Europe at least, until it hit America. Once it hit America, it became an instant hit, and an instant classic that a lot of people remember. It was only available on the old computers, Commodore 64s, for a long time, and then Nintendo put their hat in the ring with their release of the Game Boy version. And the Game Boy version came to become one of the top-selling video games of all time, selling over 40 million copies, because every single Game Boy came with a copy of Tetris. The footage being shown right now is of the NES version, or Nintendo Entertainment System, which got released after the Game Boy version had become a huge success. Now, you may be noticing in the background, wait a minute, Nick, if you're talking about Tetris, then why isn't there the iconic Tetris music? Well, because the NES version played a different track. The different variations of games both had different types of Russian music. The NES version had the Nutcracker, while the Game Boy version had a rendition of that famous song that we all know today and keep close to our hearts. After Tetris initially sold millions of copies, a couple different companies wanted to get in on the action, for example, Sega and EA, and as along with many other companies. In short, you can basically find a version of Tetris on every single console. They're not hard to find. The latest release of Tetris would be Puyo Puyo Tetris on the Nintendo Switch. And for those of you who don't have any game consoles, there is also a version on the iOS App Store, and I'm pretty sure it's on Android. But be wary that it is made by EA, who, if you still are into gaming, EA is not a company with a good reputation. In summary, Tetris is the father of all puzzle games, at least in video game form. Sure, there were many other puzzle games before, but no video game revolutionized the industry like Tetris. And maybe the new releases on iOS and on different platforms are not as classic as the original, but if you're looking to play the original, hey, you can always emulate it. And if you don't have that, there are always different websites or flash games you can probably find to play it on, so it's not a really big deal. Seriously, if you've never played Tetris in your life, you need to play it. Anyway, thanks for watching. This has been Video Game History. I'll see you guys later. Peace.